Hi everyone. How are you? It's Ingrid from Toronto, and I'm back for another lock update. So, I know folks want to know, how is my hair doing since I crocheted them together? So, maybe about 5 months ago, 5 months, hey, 5 to 6 months ago, I started combining my locks using a crochet needle. So they're all doubled. Some are tripled, I believe. And what I did yesterday, I washed it and it was still a bit damp and I braided it up and then I took it out this morning. So, how's it going? So far, so good. The hair is still on my head, which almost didn't happen. So, this is the thing. I love the thickness, but I did weaken my locks a little bit. And it's kind of the sacrifice of going in there and manipulating it and in order to combine them. So I lost two locks due to over crocheting, stabbing it. And ironically enough, the two that I lost are the two locks that I started with, that I wanted to strengthen and thicken. This one here and on the other side. And, you know, I should have known these hairs back here, where is it, are the softest hairs, you know, they are um, the most delicate right at the nape. There's the other one. So I combined it, but so what happens, the length of your lock, if you have, so I have kinky, nappy, 4C, 4D, afro hair all over my head. I have the same, it's like kinky, nappy, fluffy, very coily hair. And what happens as the lock grows out, it's shedding hair and it's catching it and then it condenses over time. So when I went in, well, with not with all of them, but with a lot of them, when I went in with the crochet needle, I knew what I was doing, but I wanted the look. I weakened those bonds. So I feel like they're about, most of them are about 30% weaker, you know, which just means they don't feel as compact. Like I can tell the ones that are really compact, I wasn't as vigorous with the crochet needle. And then the ones that are a bit softer, so what happened with these ones, look at that. They just dissolved. If your hair is really fine and really soft, I don't recommend crochet. Well, no, you can do it, but just be careful. Don't go stabbing away at it. You know how you see some videos of people just like stab, 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 and it connects really nicely. But the thing is, I think if you do it that way, then you've got to go back and redo it. I think. I don't know, but I just wanted, once I realized, okay, you know what? Because it took me a couple of months to do my whole head. I would just, every day I would grab two, like this is two, and I would just go in. But after a while, I realized I don't need them to be so, joined so that it's seamless. I just want them to be trained to grow together so that the new growth will be thicker. So that's what I did. But I lost two. It was quite the sacrifice, you know. Now I have nice thick locks that I wanted, and I should have, should have. But you know, in the very beginning, when you start, you know, if you want thick locks, then your whole head is going to look like that. Are you willing to go through the stage where your whole head looks just like that? If not, then they might not turn out as thick as you want them. But otherwise, so far so good. I'll do a spin around. And what else? I want to go for length, but I want a layered look. So every time it gets long, I trim it so that I have long layers. It's taking me longer, but that's okay. I like this length, but I want to go, I don't know, maybe by the end of the year, we'll see how long. It'd be nice to go mid back. What am I at now? It feels like just above mid back. So maybe by the end of the year, who knows? But I wanted to come on. I'm still like nothing else has changed. See, look, here's two, and I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna connect it enough and then leave it because really and truly it's about the next set that grows in. And it's just to train them. But yeah, everything I'm doing is the same. I wash it once a week with a clarifying shampoo, no conditioner. You don't need conditioner, not for this hair type. You see, this hair type doesn't need conditioner. It doesn't need a leave-in. Look at these curls. This is just from damp hair that's been braided and then I took it out. So you don't need product for this hair. You see, this hair is the hair that folks, I believe, emulate. You see, you don't need hairspray. You don't need holding mousse. You don't need gels. You just fold and tuck if you want to do an updo. Like, come on. An updo is really nice when you have curls or when you braid it, have a braid out. Because this hair has its own body. You see, the roots, someone said I had silver lining. The roots of your hair, if you don't twist it and you leave it and just let it free form, then the root, it will form the base. And it's going to give you all the body that you need. So you don't have to do lock petals. If you twist it, you're going to have flat hair and you're going to have to do petals to get that body. But if you can, just leave the hair alone so that it locks when it's ready, but it won't be ready. You see, it's going to do this for a while. You're always going to have a good amount of afro. That's what your afro's for. And then you can have all this fun. I don't sleep. I don't sleep with a silk bonnet. I sleep on cotton. The only thing is if you have pets, if you have a cat, you're going to get cat hair in there. So I have a friend, they have a cat, and when I'm over there, I just throw on my tube wrap, which is just a really light, you know, wrap. and I put it on because I don't want to be picking kitty hair out of my hair. Like, I think if you know you're going to be someplace where it's dusty, or I think pets is the only issue, really. Otherwise, you see, because pet hair will get in your hair, then you got to like remove it. But like dust, I imagine sand, anything else, even water, like this hair, I said this before in another video, that this hair repels water, you know? But anything that gets in it, you just shake it and it falls out. Nothing will get embedded in there. It shouldn't. That is, if you are not putting any product in there. If you're putting product in your hair, then things will get stuck in there. But you don't have to. So that's a quick update. Well, quick. I wanted to come on and say hi. Folks want to know how's it going. And it's going pretty good. But this is all like quite an experiment, hey? This life is an experiment. Just do your best. Learn as you go. I play in my hair all the time. I love it so much. Like, oh man, who would have thought that I would love my hair so much in its natural state? It's soft. I sleep on it like this. And I wake up and I do this and I'm like, huh, I'm kind of good to go. Could go straight to the meeting, straight to class. I really enjoy it. And I hope you're enjoying your hair journey. And I hope you're enjoying mine. So that's it. I'll do another one when it's straight, and then you can get a better idea of the texture and the length. But it's so soft. Oh man. Kinky afro nappy coily hair. All by itself with no product, left to its own devices, with a little bit of shaping, a little bit of designing. That's what I like to say. I'm just designing it, cutting it, joining it, uh, pulling them apart to kind of shape it. So I'm designing it as I go and as I learn about it. So there you go. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll be back soon.